From the dizzying heights of the Bolivian highlands to the tropical coastlands of Brazil, the ancient Mayan ruins of Mexico to the hustle and bustle of Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires. Ollie and I have seen our fair share of Latin American wonders. However, experiencing beautiful, Instagram worthy places also comes with its dose of strange scenarios, from dodgy taxi drivers to unwelcome critters in your bedroom. This week, we spice things up a little bit by playing a little game of Would You Rather? So, grab your drinks and join us for episode 29 of Labia Talk.
It's Sunday night, I'm drinking wine.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, Ollie.
Hey, what's going on? Grab your drink, Maggie.
I've got it here. Well, what are you saying today? What's happening?
What am I drinking? Or what am I saying about you? I can see a cup of tea that you have right there.
Hey.
And I'm drinking the good old Calcagis again.
Calcagis. Brilliant. For like the third or however, probably like sixth
No,
week
I think
of
it's
running.
actually sixth week. I think it's Calcagis, actually. Calcagis.
Ooh. How is it? Is it still as great as it was the first time?
The thing is, the fridges here in Brazil are so cold because they have to be in order to make the beer nice. Yeah.
So they're cold as numbing.
Exactly, yeah, exactly right. And they're okay. It's the guys that continue going. I go down there to the shop and they just go, They actually don't say anything to me. It's just a
Yeah.
I'm excited to get on today's topic. And the good thing about today's topic is we actually have come up with 4 or 5 of our own Would You Rathers. So you don't know what I'm going to ask you.
No, it's all a complete surprise. I'm just like sitting here in total suspense. I can't wait to get stuck in, Ollie.
I know. I'm so excited to dish the dirt on Would You Rather.
Exactly. But okay, before Ollie, we get stuck in, we've got a special shout out this week, haven't we?
We do.
This week, we're shouting out our good old friend, Luke. Woo!
Now, I heard Luke binge listened. I was going to say binge watched. Binge listened to 4 episodes of Labia Talk last week, and he said that he enjoyed our chemistry and he's happy that Labia Talk is back.
Yeah, and Luke's been so active as well on our Instagram, really engaging with our content and getting in touch. So it's been fantastic to hear him so receptive to the podcast. And in case our listeners have no idea who Luke is, we met Luke when we were living, of course, and working in Bolivia together. And he was our manager or director, school director, if you like. He's a great guy, so much fun to be around, very creative and eccentric. And yeah, it's amazing to spread the love and share the love.
Yeah. And he celebrated his 32nd birthday
38
last
babe.
week. So actually, technically, he's too old for this podcast because it's about living abroad in your late 20s.
Yeah, sorry, Luke, you're out. I can
No, I'm
say that for
joking.
another
It
months.
will become a podcast about living abroad in your early 30s soon, right?
Yeah. Oh, we will shake up the handle anyway. It'll be some kind of podcast. Yeah. So happy
Keep
birthday,
listening.
Luke.
We love your support.
We do.
Yeah, happy birthday.
We love you. Te quiero. Woo, woo, woo. So, wow, Ollie, are you ready to get stuck in?
I am. So this game, Would You Rather? It's a really good drinking game, but it's also a really great ESL game as well.
Yeah. Just for, our other our other audience members who are probably, I don't know, ESL teachers. Who knows? We are a very niche
Students.
podcast. Oh, yeah.
We are.
Our students. I'm assuming some of my students may listen. Former students.
All right, Maggie.
Go on.
Maggie, are you ready for the first one?
Oh, hell yeah. Come at me.
All right. Would you rather get a haircut in Bolivia or eat a street burger? It's not that great, but
No, I love that question. My goodness. I have to say, oh God, I'm just going with my gut. I'm going to say I'd rather eat a street burger. And I'm purely basing this, honestly, don't get offended, I'm purely basing this on everybody's history of haircuts in Bolivia and Bolivian haircuts.
I mean,
I'm not
I
like
remember Melinda, a guest we had a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Can you describe her haircut in Bolivia?
Oh my God. So literally it was at the middle of the lockdown or, the Paris Civico. So nowhere was really open. Melinda desperately wanted to get her haircut. So we went to this salon. You can't really call it a salon. It was essentially like I know we call them in shops here in the UK. I don't know what you call them. But like...
I'm not sure, but it was in a Abasto market, and I made a video on my YouTube channel about Abasto. So if you want to like picture what this hair salon or in shop looks like, go and check out that YouTube video.
Yeah. Let's just say there was just like the chairs were like plastic, and there was just like plastic thrown all over the sofa. Everything felt really sticky, and I wouldn't say it was the most sanitized place at all. And essentially, this woman just kind of took Melinda's hair and just cut it, hacked at it, and yeah, I was petrified. I couldn't watch. Poor thing. But it looked good. The outcome looked good. But Melinda, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have traded places with you though.
What about the hamburger? Can you describe what a street hamburger tastes like?
Okay, so a street hamburger, it's just your classic, very greasy. Costs about 10 bolivianos, is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah, so like under $1, or I can't remember what the exchange rate is. But yeah, something
Just
really...
over $1.
Oh, so not even that dirt cheap. I think you could get probably better, cheaper hamburgers. But tastes absolutely just does what it says on the tin, makes you feel better when you're after a night out.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it tastes those 1 minute steaks that like you bite into it and you just like, am I biting into beef or am I biting into dog?
Yeah. No, I mean,
get the
I
impression.
wouldn't place any bets on what the percentage of actual meat content is in those burgers. I can't say they're probably the most nutritious. But yeah, no, give me one of those good old hamburgers round the corner from Mantis any all day over a Bolivian haircut. Sorry. Good question, though, to start off. Ollie, I'm going to hit one back at you. How do you feel about that?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so would you rather get travel in one of the old radio taxis in Santa Cruz or sit on a micro, but like wedged between like two human beings? To drive to the city centre of Santa Cruz.
Do you know what? I think I'm going to take the taxi.
Yeah, you know what? That wasn't too difficult, was it, to make a decision?
No.
Oh,
That was such an easy decision.
But
Do you know what
¿por
a
qué?
micro for anyone who's listening is like is it like a 32-seater bus? No, it's like a 21 or 23-seater.
It's kind of like...
Or 16 maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger than a minivan,
16
isn't it?
Yeah, like a 16-seater bus that you would have from like your local RSL home. But they're from like the 1980s. So they're so old, they're fucking trash. And they're cheap as chips to go on, but they're just so disgusting as well. And then you have these taxi drivers who, like, the cars, again, are like from the 70s and 80s. Like, it's very rare. I mean, you can find really nice cars, but like a lot of the cars in Bolivia, especially Santa Cruz, are just fucking, stuck in the past, 1980s. And like sometimes the taxi drivers have, how do I describe their seats?
They're kind of like made out of... They're not wire, are they? But there's sort of this like... It's like a coily, kind of plasticky... What's the material, Ollie?
I don't know.
just
We'll have
so
to. We'll share the
bizarre.
picture. Yeah,
Do
we'll
you
share the
remember, like,
picture
all
on our
the gear
Instagram.
sticks? Oh my God, yeah, we should definitely find like a picture of the gear sticks as well. Do you remember they always had like these weird like fluffy condoms on them? Like they had these like fluffy like...
No.
Yeah, they were like these furry sort of... Imagine like a furry animal toy toy animal, but it was like on the gear stick. I don't know why they were like that. Okay, you don't remember that. I don't know
not
why that
sure.
really like. I just thought it
No.
was so bizarre and so odd. And yeah, and usually you'd be like in the taxi as well with no seatbelt on. Absolutely not. Probably zero ventilation as well. The car smells like tobacco. It's like your old uncle's car, you know, from the fucking 90s.
I think it got worse when the pandemic started because like it was Bolivian law to put up this like plastic between the driver and the passenger, and because there's no aircon or anything like that, you were just dying of sweat in the back of the taxi.
God.
Anyway, disgusting.
Sweating your tits
But
off.
I'm still taking the taxi every day of the week.
Okay, all right. See, love it, Ollie. Love to hear it.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Would you rather take the cable car, the Teleferico, in Cochabamba or go to another revolution protest?
Oh God Almighty! That's a good one. Oh my God. Both hellish scenarios. If you guys
Right.
haven't figured out by now, I've got a serious fear of heights. I'm not very good in confined spaces, nor in very sort of exposed spaces. So, part of me really doesn't want to say the Teleferico, but Ollie, I'm going to have to go with I'd rather get on the Teleferico again in Cochabamba.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Ollie mentioned this revolution protest that he referred to. So basically, when we had the Pacifico in Bolivia and there was this nationwide protest against the government, there was a huge resistance movement or the opposition movement where I would say far right, conservatives,
Religious.
super ultra religious, and there were these marches in the city center that essentially was the only thing that was happening in Santa Cruz, or were the only things that were happening in Santa Cruz for about 3 weeks, and everybody was going to them, and we obviously wanted to kind of show some kind of solid, we wanted to our friends or people we knew were obviously like part of this movement, so we were just like, we wanted to go and see what it's all about. We're witnessing this monumental time in Bolivian history. So we went along and they were the most dead, boring. None of us had a clue what they were talking about either. Maybe you had a better clue than, Melinda and I and Joe. But yeah.
The thing that really disturbed me was like, it was really religious. Like it was like they would start off this mass gathering. Like if you think of South American political protests,
yeah.
like, it's pretty extreme. They're pretty intense. Like, they can either be violent or they can be really fucking religious and things like that. And we've experienced our fair share of protests. Anyway, like, this protest would start off with a prayer at the start of the protest. And, like, the guy, Camacho, who is now the governor of Santa Cruz, basically is like, it is God's calling to, like, change, like, Bolivia. Like, even in Brazil at the moment, it's like, it's God put Jair Bolsonaro there to like save the country. So there's too much like religious fundamentalism here. And that's why I put like, would you rather go to a protest as well? Because another thing about these protests, do you remember when we tried to go home?
Oh my God, I
Get
know.
out.
Yeah.
People just didn't let us go.
It was an absolute
People would not
nightmare.
move.
Yeah, it was quite scary
I was
actually.
scared.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was
like
scared.
Yeah. It was a very I'd say because it was such a heated atmosphere, right? And things can just go very sort of wrong very quickly in those situations. They can get very out of hand. It just takes one person with like really crazy, like extreme views to like, for something bad to happen. I felt like I wasn't even able to voice my, opinion or no, I mean, I didn't really have, I was just kind of taken in the whole situation, the political situation at the time. But Ollie, do you remember when I got called out by that guy for posting about the Pacifico and supporting Cruceños? Do you remember?
Oh,
This guy, you remember I was talking to this guy from
Cochabamba guy,
Yeah,
Cochabambino.
yeah. And he like called me out so much and told me that I really need to do my research. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Hey. All right.
I was learning.
First of all, yeah, exactly. Maybe he had a good point, but like we were also learning, and I think like on reflection, we've realized that we probably shouldn't have been a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. But what
I would never support Camacho again. He's worse than any Australian politician.
Absolutely. Anybody who's mixing religion and politics anyway, it's a big red flag for me. I mean, come on, look at my country
Yeah.
of Poland. You know, what are my people doing?
God. I know. Do you know what? Like, I've been watching a lot of Sorry, this is a bit off track. I've been
on.
watching documentaries on Poland, and they actually have a really nice LGBT community there, and it's really sad what's going on there. So, anyway, that's for another story, isn't it? So I'm quite happy that you're going to take the Teleferico and not go to another revolutionary protest with that Camacho.
Oh no,
guy.
no, absolutely
Guys,
not.
if you want to look up this religious fundamentalist or whatever you call him, Luis
Lunatic.
Fernando Camacho.
Absolute
Lunatic, that's a good word.
They literally get just behind bars, lock him up. Lock him up.
Yeah.
Like,
And obviously, like, for if there's anyone from Bolivia listening who supported that movement, we totally, they're your views, they're your political views. It doesn't change our friendship with you. We love you.
absolutely, we love you. And also, we don't understand everything completely. We're always going to have,
Yeah.
we're totally, we're talking from very much our gringo privileged perspective. So we don't know what it's like to live, every day in your shoes. So, this is just we're just basing this on our observations and what we've learned.
Totalmente.
Posted.
Do you want to drop the next one?
Oh, yeah. Go on then. Okay. So, Ollie, dear, would you rather sleepwalk into a room of all your managers and your bosses? Or would you rather be stranded, phoneless, and off the grid in a basto? Actually, no. Make that scary market in the north of the city. No phone.
God.
Absolutely off the grid.
Okay, so my first question is, why am I sleepwalking into a room with my managers? I'm assuming it's nighttime and they're all sleeping together in the same room. Is that right?
Yeah, let's just say you're all at this kind of workaway reunion thing, and you just happen to be sharing.
Hang on, are we talking about real life English?
Any boss, whichever bosses.
Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for the market.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Actually, no. I'm going to change my mind. That market... So, this market in the fucking north of the country... Did you go there?
No. That's not the one I went to, no.
So, this market, we would take from like the 6th or 7th ring out near one of the universities in Santa Cruz. We would then take a micro for about 40 minutes.
No.
Stella and Melinda went. We'd take a micro for 40 minutes out to this market, and then we'd just get off this micro, and then there's just like this market with like... I actually saw an All Blacks, which is a New Zealand rugby jacket there.
No. That's so weird, isn't it? How the fuck does that end up there?
Exactly. It's like you don't even play rugby in Bolivia.
Yeah. Is that where you got that stripy vintage shirt? That kind of thrift?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I love that shirt.
I chucked it out before I left Bolivia.
Yeah, don't hold on to past possessions. This is good good
Exactly.
practice for you. Okay,
Exactly.
because are you sure, Ollie, not the sleepwalking? We know you are
No,
a
I
little
think
bit.
I am going to take the sleepwalking. Oh, yeah, I do go into people's rooms.
That's why I specifically said sleepwalking, babe.
I forgot that. Do you know I did that? I did that to Carol, my housemate, the other day.
No,
I was like, I banged on her door, and she got scared, and she got up and locked her door.
Ollie, I'd be absolutely terrified. I think I'm getting mugged or something in the middle of the night. I'm surprised you never actually walked in on me, into my room. You didn't walk into my room. Remember, you walked into what's her face's room, but you never walked into my room. And she screamed
No,
at
I didn't.
you. Oh my god, I love it. I love it.
God, I am gonna take the sleepwalking though.
Okay, wow.
Are you ready for the next one?
Fire away, babes.
Would you rather this is a repeated action because you've done both of these. Would you rather swim in open water again or ride a motorbike through a favela?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take the motorbike.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For the adventure, right?
100%. It was such an amazing experience. And when I look back at when I look back on our Brazil trip, honestly, Ollie, it still stands out to me as one of the highlights.
Yeah,
And
me too.
and I'm such a wuss when it comes to like, I can't bloody get the Teleferico without freaking out. But for some reason, I really felt the adrenaline in that experience. And it was just like such a great sort of like thrill. I sound like such a loser, but it honestly was like such a rush and thrill. And I guess there's like the kind of the dangerous aspect of it. And if there's a hot, hunky Brazilian boy I have to get on the back of a motorbike with, go on. Let's do it, babes.
Yeah.
Totally
Let's
up
do
for
it.
it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think, because like I feel like I chose these two together because like they're both quite scary things, right? But yeah, I think again I would take the motorbike for the adventure.
I love that. Great, Ollie. Yeah, no, it was unforgettable. I would 100% do that again. If we could go hiking up doing another hike and seeing the beautiful view of, Ipanema Beach and Copacabana Beach, like from the top of the mountain. Who knows? Hopefully we can do that again sometime. Okay, so my one's a bit of I think I know which one obviously you're going to pick, but I'm still working on these, by the way. I'm not the best at, forming these questions, but would you rather go skinny dipping in the Urbari Racket Club pool or on Ipanema Beach, but with like a bunch of really elderly people? And like, I don't know. And no Brazilian boys. There's no hot Brazilian boys around.
Okay, but is the beach busy?
The beach is, I'd say it's moderately busy. Yeah. Option one or...
Now I'm thinking... Yeah, I know. I'm thinking option one, Urbari Racket Club, for anyone who doesn't know, is like our local gym. We went to the gym and they had this big 30-meter pool there.
It was amazing.
And do you know what? I think I am a bit... I would love to do a nudist beach again. And I think like Ipanema, like the busiest beach in Rio, probably Brazil... I think I'm going to take that option, And do you know why?
Go on, why?
Because I can just picture Shorts and Carlos Souza looking down from the gym at me, swimming in the pool.
I was going to say Carlos Souza's there as well. And he's just like, he's got his big beard, he's got his gut out, and he's just like looking at you, watching you from like up there in the...
Speaking of him, he had a hair transplant in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Oh, he's got a lot of hair though, hasn't he?
There you go.
Because he had a hair transplant. Yeah. No, to be honest, right? The guy, he looks, I don't know how old he is, but I'm sure he looks good for his age, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. This is a local Santa Cruz, a Cruceño who used to go to the gym. Very lovely guy, very friendly. So yeah, I think the only reason I'm going to take the Ipanema is because, I think there are some pretty sexy older Brazilians as well, I'd let them. I'm looking for a sugar daddy. I want a few extra dollars in my bank account.
Absolute guys, you heard that? All right.
You heard it here
Ollie's
first.
21. Exactly, Ollie's 2021 challenge. You need to get that money to come back out to South America.
Totally. Maggie, are you ready for number 4?
I'm excited. Go on then.
Okay, I'm bringing out your party vibe now. Would you rather take a shot of Jambu? Do you remember what Jambu is?
That was the one that made your tongue go numb?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Would you rather take a shot of Jambu or drink Fernet hot without Coke or ice? So Jambu, as Maggie said, is from the north of Brazil. I think it's from Belém, from Pará, one of the states there. And basically, you have it, and it's kind of like it makes your mouth numb, but the taste is also really disgusting.
Oh, it's so bad, isn't it? It's like it's cachaça, right?
I think
or
so. Or
some kind of cachaça. Yeah, it's got a very funky taste, but I think I'd miles prefer to have that over Fernet and Coke. Or, sorry, a hot Fernet.
No, Fernet, no Coke.
No Coke, absolutely, Ollie. Hands down. It's not even a question. Come on. No, after having the Fernet, the other week as well. it just brought back so many memories. I don't know how
Did it
your
not sit well?
it sat okay, but I don't know about your head the next day, but my head was definitely a little bit fuzzy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Finette is
No,
stronger
mine was
than
okay.
Good on
What
you.
you remembered.
Yeah, I remember the Finette
I think I
hangovers
think
were not great.
I think I'll take the Jambu as well then.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to hit me with the last one?
Absolutely. Okay, gosh. Okay, so my last one actually for you, Ollie, is a little bit, ooh, I don't know. Would you rather not be able to visit any more places in South America and only be in Brazil, or visit all the places you dream of seeing in South America, but only get to visit Brazil for one time again? You can't live there.
Oh my god, Maggie, that's torture. Why did you not start with that one? No, I think this is a good one to finish with.
What can I say? I'm an
That
evil
is
witch.
torture. That is torture.
Have a think about it. It's a real head scratcher, isn't
But-
it?
Yeah, I am like scratching my head with no hair at the moment.
Yeah, you're scratching your head, not your hair.
Yeah, literally. Do you know what? I think I'm going to take option 1.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Never
I
get
am.
to go.
Do you know why?
Go on.
Yeah, because there's a few factors that factor into this. So, factor number 1, I have kind of given up on Brazilian boys. Factor number 2, I really miss Spanish-speaking countries.
Wow. So sorry, you're taking option 2.
Yeah.
You'd rather visit
No, I'm
all
take-
the places you want to in South America and
yeah.
only go to Brazil one time.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Hang on. What
I
the
know.
hell? Newsflash, guys. Ollie is not
I
choosing
know.
Brazil. What?
I know. Yeah, again, I think another thing that I've realized is I much prefer Spanish over Portuguese as well.
Really? How interesting.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know if I'm comparing my experience in Bolivia to Brazil, but like I find Bolivians much nicer.
Yeah, the hospitality, right?
I'm sorry, but, no, I love my Brazilian friends, and I like my Brazilian friends here. I consider them like in my top friends worldwide.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like strangers who I haven't met in Bolivia, like they can more easily become your friends. Take Raul, for example. So he listens to the podcast, I think, or I talk to him a fair bit. He's one of our friends, and like for someone that we didn't know and like we got friends with, he's like one of the most genuine guys as well. And like he would go out of his way. Even now, I've left Bolivia 6 months ago, but he still talks to me, and I don't think I would get that from some people here in Brazil. So I think like my friends love them. Like a lot of people here are superficial. So I'm gonna take the traveling around South America and Brazil one more time.
How exciting, Ollie. That's a fantastic... Well, obviously, I was not expecting that answer, but the door is open. So perhaps we will be able to meet again in Buenos Aires or who knows where.
Exactly. And no offense to any Brazilians out there. I do love you. I love Brazil. I think the nature and I think everything about this country is magnificent. But I think not being able to visit any other country in South America is my reason for this.
Yeah, I think that was quite a cruel one I played there, actually.
Maggie, I absolutely loved this episode.
Oh, brilliant!
We should play games more
did
often.
So did I, especially games like this, they required a little bit more thinking and more creativity on our part. I loved it,
I
Ollie.
agree.
Yes.
Me too.
And talking in conditionals
Oh, yeah, exactly.
for all our ESL listeners. Great.
We love the ESL lives. And Maggie, we're almost at episode 30, so stay with us for that, right?
Yeah, we'll have a little special surprise in store for you, I'm sure, in episode 30.
Woo-woo!
So listen out, everyone. Woo! Ollie, an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for chatting with me today and playing this great game.
Thank you so much, and I expect a beer in your hand in one of the next episodes coming up. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I can't let down my personal brand.
Thanks to Amy for our beautiful music. We're trying to experiment a bit more with your song. And to Alejandro Gonzalez for our beautiful Labia Talk logo. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Labia Talk Podcast. Catch you later, Maggie.
See you later, Ollie. Ciao, ciao.
Sunday night.